Hello, I'm the Who Guy and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I'm going through my top 5 things that I want to see in season 2 of Doctor Who. Of course, it's just around the corner. Tomorrow, Doctor Who premieres in the UK on BBC iPlayer at 8 AM in the morning. And of course, it will be broadcast later in the day on BBC One, so I'm very excited. Of course, we're going to do the episode reviews, but in this video I'm just going to go through my top 5 takes, what I want to see in season 2. With this top 5, there are a bit of a ground rules to them. They can't be confirmed at all by anyone, actors or in trailers, so all of these are just made up things that I would love to see, whether that's getting explained, not getting explained, or characters that I want to see. And if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure to smash that like button and comment down below what you most want to see in season 2. As well as subscribe down below. Of course, I cannot wait for season 2. I've grabbed myself some of the TV guides, because you never know these days, could this be the last season of Doctor Who for a while?
Wait a minute. What?
There's no particular order in these top 5. I'm just going to go through them. Tell me in the comments down below if you agree.
No, probably not.
Let's get straight into my first thing that I want to see in season 2 of Doctor Who, and that is Mrs. Flood. That we know she's going to be in it, but that she is an old returning character. Now, I don't mind what returning character she is, I just hope she's not a made up new villain. I've seen in previous episodes that she definitely does know the Doctor, so it would make sense for her to be a returning character. Maybe the Master, maybe the Rani, you could say anyone basically from the classic series. Anything. I'm just really excited to see who she is. And hopefully they don't just cop out and say that maybe she's just a new villain, because I think the whole build up of her would kind of be a bit naff, kind of what we got with Ruby's mum not being important. Although I did like that doing that again with Mrs. Flood would seem quite cheap. I think Anita Dobson would knock it out of the park, whatever character she is playing. And it's going to be really interesting how that develops throughout the season, because we know she's going to be in every single episode. So I can't wait for that one. The second thing that I would love to see in Doctor Who season 2 is the companion to just be normal. Yes, Belinda, it seems that she's not best pleased that she is travelling with the Doctor. This has been hinted in interviews and actually in the trailer itself. However, I just worry that because we saw her in Boom, they're going to try and link that, make it all timey-wimey, kind of like what they did with Ruby Sunday, like they've done with previous companions like Clara. I really hope that Belinda is just going to be her own standalone character, such as like Martha. Martha did appear in the show before, but then they didn't really notice that part. They just noticed of Martha being Martha. So I just hope that happens with the same as Belinda. I really just want a normal companion. Please, Russell, just give us a normal companion.
No.
Because we have had too many just mystery-filled companions. So I think that one's quite simple. I think a lot of you will agree with me with that one, because that trope has been beaten out of death for many seasons of Doctor Who. So to have one companion just completely normal, that's a thumbs up from me. I think what's important for this series to do, and is my number 3 for my top 5, has to be the setup of the brand new spin-off series. We haven't had too much detail about this series, and it makes me wonder what's going on. Of course, there's all the rumours about Doctor Who cancellation. We'll talk about that further in this video, but when it comes to the spin-off, I really just want an explanation. Maybe is the spin-off going to take part while this series is taking part? Because it seems like the Doctor's going to be off-world, so it would make sense. However, it hasn't been confirmed. I would like it confirmed. We know we're getting a unit-centric episode, so maybe this will hint into that brand new series. I want to kind of hint, maybe even some characters. Russell Tovey might turn up in that episode, just to give us a little hint of what that series is going to be about, because we've not really heard any news of it at all. If you're not into Doctor Who too much, you might not even know it's even happening. Next up, in season 2 of Doctor Who, I want to see big consequences. Now, we thought there was big consequences in Empire of Death, the final episode of last season. However, that all got reverted at a snap of a finger like Thanos. They all dusted away and then they all dusted back again. Now, I want to see destruction and death.
He's mostly okay, but...
Okay, bit morbid, but I want to see some consequences for the season finale of Doctor Who. They've been bigging up the monster or the enemy villain of this final episode that is the biggest the Doctor has ever faced. So surely you've got to lose either some characters or it's got to have an impact on the world of Who. It's kind of like the Flux has had. I think they dealt with that quite well. How, yes, we had a couple of bit saves, but a lot of the universe did go and it has been continued. That about Flux I do actually like. And I kind of want the same here. I want either a character to be sacrificed or some sort of damage to the Doctor, really. Ncuti really has gotten away with it quite a bit. Ruby Sunday's still alive. Yes, she's not travelling and that heartbreak for him, but really no one's died. So I would really like to see either a character death that maybe we know, not just a side character that we don't know yet. Because I think that Kate Stewart ending was really good for her and was shocking. I understand why they brought her back, of course, with that Unit series, but I thought it was quite a cool, shocking ending. And to revert back to that, it just feels a bit cheap. Got my fingers crossed for a big season finale. Maybe we lose someone like Mel, who I don't really think is needed in Doctor Who much longer. So maybe we could see that and that would be a big character death. But who knows? Comment down below if you agree. It's just a left field one. I just want to see big consequences in this season. My final take, number 5, that I want to see resolved basically is the end of Doctor Who. Yes, there have been articles and articles and articles and everything that Doctor Who might be getting cancelled. It is cancelled. Ncuti Gatwa is leaving, the whole lot. I haven't really commented it on the channel because nothing has been too confirmed. I did see that news round interview the other day with Russell and it did look like he was kind of confirming it wasn't coming back. The whole Disney debacle as well. Honestly, I am worried about the show, I'm not going to lie. However, I've got my fingers crossed that it will get renewed for season 3 with Disney. And if it doesn't go with Disney, I still think Doctor Who is going to be around. I don't think the BBC is going to let one of their biggest properties go because, yeah, they definitely make a lot of money out of people like me. So I can't see Doctor Who disappearing from our screens. And it would be weird that the last Doctor Who product we get is a spin-off series. And I think, why would they fund a spin-off series if the main series isn't doing well in itself? If this is the end of Doctor Who as we know it for now, arresting it or cancelling it, I want them to resolve that basically. I want an ending. Of course, an open ending would be okay, but I do want acknowledgement that we will not be seeing the Doctor for a long time. Because if you look back to maybe the 7th Doctor last episode, it kind of gives an open ending, but it's not really an ending. So if we're going to get an ending of Doctor Who, do it then. I don't think there's going to be a Christmas special at the end of the year, so this could be the last Doctor Who we see, so we've got to have an ending. And that ending, I do not, and I mean this, I do not want to see Ncuti Gatwa leaving. I don't want a regeneration and then they just cut the screen, because he's one of the best things about this revival of Doctor Who. I really do like him as the Doctor. There are parts of him that, of course, you're going to dislike and isn't top tier, but I think he is a good, real decent Doctor, and I think we haven't seen too much of him. If we've had only 2 seasons of 8 episodes, a couple of specials, and in those seasons, a couple of those episodes he's not even in, we have not had a lot of Ncuti Gatwa, and it just feels like it's over already, and time flies. So what I'm really hoping for is no regeneration for Ncuti Gatwa. I want him to stay. Either a trailer for the next season or a hint that Doctor Who will be returning very, very soon, or an ending of this season where we can kind of say, oh, okay, Doctor Who is finished forever or can come back, but if it doesn't, this is a nice ending. And I hope it doesn't just end with Ncuti leaving the role. So thank you so much for watching this video. I know it's a bit of a weird one. I just wanted to get out my thoughts just before the season aired, what my top 5 were. Comment down below your top 5 or anything that you want to see in season 2. And as well, if you agree with some of my takes, they're probably a bit rogue, so don't go too harsh in the comments. Subscribe and like the video as always. I will see you in the next video, which will be a Doctor Who episode review, The Robot Revolution. Bye!
Big Bang 2. Now listen.